Yeah. Good morning. If it's still morning when you read this, uh, see here. It, 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 uh, yeah. I'm sorry. Making sure. Yeah, hell with it. I'll check the sound setting when I'm done recording. Um, all right. Yeah, this is Finkel here. I am one of the channel owners of one of the StreamYard owners of the StreamYard that usually posts to this live stream right here on Old Sarge Finkel. And that's a weird, good thumbnails here. All right, this was a mistake thumbnail, but yeah, we had a discussion about it, and yeah, if we're getting away from the inner channel drama, and we are, uh, yeah, probably ones like this hurts feelings. This hurts feelings, and we got to stop hurting people's feelings. um, and this hurts feelings too. I mean, who wants to make fun of my hair? That hurts. That's deep, man. Okay, there's been a few videos lately. Some of them psyops. Some of them just cold hard. Hey, this is the way you acted, and this is the way I feel. I've been doing it for a while now. Yeah, this. Come on, guys. Come on. Do you not know the difference between arouse as to awaken and sexual arousal? Yeah, okay. All right. Enough of that. A lot of these response and back at you type. Oh, yeah. This was like 30 minutes. I did a little screw up there. This video somehow in my editing faux pas got attached to the end of this one after a long blank one. I didn't even notice it. Okay, a lot of these videos are response videos, and as is this one. This is a response video to a person, but there's also vacation videos, and oh, that was a good one. Paul McCartney, the pictures, yeah. And if you go farther back in time, it's the the camera social experiment, which is what I got into YouTube for. Was the bringing some coke? Oh yeah, that was a political one. All right, I would go back to the most recent one before this one. Uh, well, no, okay, shut up. All right, we're done with the inner channel drama. Uh, you know, it's just kind of we saw the same thing in Delphi forums 20 years ago. One forum sees people in another forum, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing over there? You're not loyal to us." Blah blah blah, and they act like little schoolgirls. And we have a lot of that going on in the YouTube here 2 decades later. Uh, Grown-ups, yeah, we're all grown-ups here. Okay. Uh, nope. Okay, I screwed up by somehow adding this video to the end of this video. No biggie. Hell, I believe this was a big part of dunking on an individual's organization skills. Well, look at me. I fucked it up too. No biggie. But there was also psyops, and from what I'm hearing, psyops started to work. I don't know if they're going through with it or not. Well, anyway, okay, stop. The inner channel nonsense is stopping here with me. I think my co StreamYard owners are doing the same thing. Don't know. There's a lot of channels. A lot of channels. Some of these I enjoy. Some of them I just connected to for whatever reason. Some of them actually. Oh, okay. The hate watch isn't in here. Okay, the hate watch. I know what the. I don't want to give them subscriber counts. But yeah, I'm fucking done with the hate watching too. But when one channel goes after another channel, and the audiences go after the audiences of the other channels, and we get all middle schooly. We see the kind of stuff that our middle school kids do. Basically, I, I would ask people and myself a hypothetical situation. Yeah, my kids, my girls are all grown. Maybe it's time to think about it for my grandkids. Now they're a little bit young yet, but say you have a kid, son, daughter, stepson, stepdaughter, niece, nephew. They're in sixth, seventh, eighth grade. Okay, maybe you really do, but I'm saying just imagine you do if you don't. Okay, you're a grown adult with certain expectations of how you want your kids or kids in your circle to grow up. And you find that little Johnny or little Susie in sixth, seventh, or eighth grade, who you care for very much, is bullying other kids, or is being bullied by other kids, or as I understand it, it's the 10-10-80. 10% of these kids are bullies, 10 of these kids are victims, the ones that are picked on, or you find out they're one of the 80%. They're aware of a bullying situation and either cheer it on or just kind of watch with amusement and don't do anything about it. Okay, you're the parent or the guardian or the close relative of the sixth, seventh, or eighth grader, boy or girl, don't matter, and you find out they're in a bullying situation. They're bullying, they're being bullied, or the audience of the bullying situation. How are you, the adult, the mature one, going to guide, counsel, help this child navigate this part of their life? Because allegedly, they're going to grow out of it, right? Okay. That middle school age, early years of high school, it's pretty rough. In my experience, let me see. K through 6 was considered elementary school in Rome, New York. 7 through 9, even though 9 is high school, 7 through 9 was considered junior high school or middle school. And the actual high school, Rome Free Academy, was 10th grade through 12th grade. Now, yeah, I know. Uh, the bullying, weird, childish, juvenile, flicking ears, kicking books out of the someone's arms, making fun of their high waters or how they dress. That kind of seemed to go away in 10th grade when we went to high school. I don't know what it is, if you're just in a higher group of people, or in Rome, New York in the in the 70s, 80s, a lot of kids dropped out at 16, ninth grade. So the kind of kids who would drop out at that young age were the kind of kids who made those really immature decisions or had the immature guidance of the parents. They're dropping out at a very young age. And so by the time everyone's going to Rome Free Academy at 10th grade, they're now weeded out all the really whack jobs. But okay, you're the parent, you're the guardian, and you see them going through this kind of stuff. How are you going to guide them? Look in the mirror. Be honest. How are you going to help them navigate this nonsense? Okay. Is that the advice you would take for yourself? If you were that sixth, seventh, or eighth grader, and I'm sorry, I'm not being channel specific or individual specific, a lot of you are. A lot of you are the 10% bullies. A lot of you are the 10% victims. A lot of you switch back and forth between bully and victim. You're a victim who wants to be a bully, or a bully who wants to be a... it's fucking crazy. And 80% of you are the audience. Cheering them on, watching from a distance. We're not in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. We're not teenagers. We're not struggling through the challenges of adolescence. But here we are, kind of repeating those days. I'm not saying you. I'm not pointing my finger outwards. I'm saying we. I've been a part of this. As you can see from some of my recent videos. A lot of these videos are comebacks or feedbacks or psyops or mind-fucking, mind games, whatever. Or just, telling facts that some people just don't get. I've been playing the game too. So what this tab here is we've had team meetings. We're going to get away from that mentality. We're not going to pick on one channel because they're picking on a different channel. We're not going to pick on individuals of channels because they are just totally friggin' stupid or they have, you're an adult. We're adults, you're adults. We expect adults to make adult decisions, and we're just not going to play the game. The game. A lot of games being played too, and I'm now turning my head over to my other screen to refer to an email I got a couple days ago. Yeah, one of those kids. I mean, we refer to the young man as a kid. The truth is, he's over 21. He's not a kid, but he's also not in sixth, seventh, or eighth grade. And I'm just using you as an example. You're going to recognize who you are if you're watching. I'm just using you as an example. I'm not picking on you, although we have liked to pick on you because, well, you've played the game. We didn't like the game. How to react to not liking playing the game? We play the game too. Not very mature of us. Not very mature of you. And the kind of things this email says is not off par from RICO charges. Okay, anyone listening to this knows my little jest about RICO charges. April 22nd, this year, 2024, allegedly, I'm supposed to be factually being extradited to Kentucky for making fun of someone on the internet. Actually, no, I wasn't even making fun of them. Uh, it was a psyop. It was a mind game. I was playing the game. Hey, look, I'm talking about somebody who has these characteristics, and the real someone who has similar characteristics just reacted hard, 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 hard. And okay, that kind of stuff, and the kind of emails that we send each other, or the comments on. Look, okay. I am being congratulated on my decision to open myself to civil litigation and openly calling another person in the YouTube sphere a chomo, a pedophile, and it's on record. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everything I've said recently is on record. I am not deleting, editing out anything. In fact, it got called to my attention that this particular video here, there's an editing error, adding several minutes of darkness and another video to it. What was my point? I'm not hiding anything. I've said it. It's on record, and there's nothing to hide. There was a mistake made. What was it? Mistake. Yeah. Okay. No, not this one. Well, yeah, it was this one. I'm sorry. This is actually okay. This on this one, I made a mistake. I called someone who has to show a team member of that channel. The truth is, they just allow him to host a show there. He's not actually part of the organization, and I stand corrected on that. I'm not perfect. I stand corrected on a lot of things I've said, but I'm hiding nothing. Well, basically, if you see it here, it's going to stay there unless YouTube takes it down. Because even where I am wrong, 10th step, I have to admit it. I have to own it. And for that one example, I own it. And for those children out there who think I'm going to jail or get sued for something I said, be it accurate, be inaccurate, be it accurate by opinion. In other words, if I say a 16-year-old is a child, there are people out there who think 16 is an adult. In fact, in New York in the 70s and 80s, a 16-year-old could drop out of ninth grade. All you had to do was achieve the age of 16. That's adult for some. You can't drink. That's not an adult. You can't vote. That's not an adult. You can't. There's a lot of things a 16-year-old can and can't do. In my mind, as a 59-year-old, a 16-year-old is a child. And all that comes with a 16-year-old is child. So, if I refer to a relationship from an adult to a child as a pedophile or somehow gross like that, not just picking on the individual, but the 16-year-old is a child. You can't, you won't sue me. You can't, you won't uh, have me put up on federal charges. The justification is I'm in one state and they're another state across the state lines. Therefore, this is a federal crime. We're weighing our legal options and we're going to press federal charges. No, 16 is child, 20 something is adult. Chomo, pedophile. By the way, the people who are suggesting litigation, litigation, civil litigation, is the way they word this, have done worse. Things like allegedly or allegedly in Minecraft is used a lot as a cover, but they forget themselves and they actually come right out and say it. So-and-so is gay. So-and-so is a pedophile. In fact, I was called a pedophile, not a pedophile, not a chomo, blah, 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 for making a joke about someone's now adult wife. Shame on me for making that joke. I own that joke. I admitted it. I apologize for it, but I do remember it. It's on record. I said it. And the reaction was that that person's husband called me a pedophile. I'm sorry, 59-year-old, even if the joke was real, and a 50-year-old, 59, 50, that's not pedophilia. But did come out of his mouth. He did say it about me. It's on record. It's recorded. He can't take it back. He can say, oh, I was wrong to put it that way. I don't know. But he does it all the time. By the way, to the question, how do you know somebody doesn't do anything all day? He's on the internet all day. How do you know this? Well, you don't have to watch 3 and 4 hour, 5 hour streams. You can see, here's an example. If I want to see how much time has the Finkel channel been up, you can see that 8 hours ago we were up for, what is this? Okay, one of my coworkers has started a live stream. Okay, I'm going to get to that and see what that's about. Okay, we know just by hovering that this live stream was on for 4 hours. This one was on for 2 hours and 33 minutes. This one was on for 5 hours and 30 minutes. You know that a day later. Wow, we spent a lot of time on the internet the other day. One or more of the four of us. Okay. How do I know that someone has been on the internet all day long and isn't taking care of other business? Because they have 2 channels. And on one channel, they have a 4-hour stream. On another channel on the same day, they have a 3-hour stream. And on yet another channel they don't own, they're on a panel for 2 hours. 2 plus 3 is 7, 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 is 9. 9 hours a day. My shifts 4 nights a week is 10.5 hours. That's practically a shift. In some jobs, 8 hours is a shift. That's an entire work shift. But anyway, back to the email. Civil litigation. No, people threaten that all the time, and I believe that's what some channels call a LOL cow, LOL cow, someone you can milk for laughs all the time. When you say shit like this, you're putting yourself out there to be a victim, to be someone picked on, you're part of that 10% that's tagging yourself as, hey, kick me, hey, kick me. When you send out emails, when you say on live stream, I'm going to sue them. Come on, man, you're not going to sue me. The person you're white knighting here is not going to sue me. They're not going to press. It is not a federal crime to say what I want to say. At worst, he could possibly get a lawyer, a shyster, an ambulance chaser, say, yeah, we're going after Finkel because he said he was mean to me. A decent lawyer is not going to take that up, and any lawyer that would take that up, I'm sorry, my resources just says, my lawyer's bigger than your lawyer, and yeah, see, so how childish does that sound? My lawyer's bigger than your lawyer. Yeah, I'm kind of mocking the situation, and I sound like a child just doing it. No. When you say you're going to sue, when you say you're going to press federal charges, when you say you're going to the state authorities, you're being a fucking Karen. What is a Karen? Karen, the term Karen blew up on the internet in the last few years. It's an adult woman acting like a sixth grader, a seventh grader, a mean girl. The bullshit stops here. Don't send me these silly emails. Don't tell me on the internet that you're going to sue me, you're going to press charges, blah, 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 because you're just making yourself the joke. There are two problems with this childishness. There's three problems. Three. First problem is people saying shit like this and making themselves a target for the other problem. The guys who laugh at you. The guys who laugh at you, they're part of the problem too. They're laughing at you, and in laughing at you, they're making up stupid bullshit. And there's the problem of the 80% who watch for entertainment or watch for curiosity and don't step up. Okay, this isn't a fight in the hallway outside the cafeteria at the middle school. This is YouTube. Okay, the 80% isn't quite as bad as they are in school because the truth is, if a bully's picking on a victim, and the 80% are like, hey, this is wrong, just step up and pull the bully away from the victim and say, knock this shit off. But you can't expect that out of a kid. Can you expect that out of an adult? Sure. On the metro train, on the bus, at the movie theater, at the drugstore. But on YouTube, we can't reach out. You're not suing anybody. You can't reach out to them and grab them by the whatever and say, stop this shit. Stop this shit. You can say it, but it just makes them double down more. Okay. Enough said. No, you're not going to sue me. No, there's no federal charges coming after me. Not the one from April 22nd, not the more recent one. If an adult in his late 50s sees that an adult who reaches the adult stage is sexually active with a 16-year-old, and that's by their own words, the math is simple. 50 minus 34 is 16. Okay, was it in the middle of the year, the earlier of the year, beginning of the year? Were they 17? Okay, the marriage was at 34 years ago from the 50th birthday. Okay, the marriage, not the meet. I met my wife when she turned 17. Bullshit. If the marriage, which has been stated, your words, recorded, it's out there. It's out there. If you are, if you're meeting, I mean, you didn't marry her on the day after her 17th birthday. You met her when she was 16, and you married her sometime within the next year. Or, this is possible too. This is possible too. Your facts, your articulation is all wrong. But you said, she just turned 50. You said, we've been married 34 years. You've also said we've been together, married. I don't know, did you guys marry the day after you met? I don't know. These are things that you've said, which kind of sets up you. Now, I'm talking to a different you. These are words that came out your mouth. These are words that are put on YouTube. This is the kind of shit that people like to pick on, including me. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. 34 years ago, on her 50th birthday, they got married. 16. Yeah, 16. Child. And in my eye, my mind, chomo, pedophile, grooming. Yeah. You can't sue for that. I mean, yeah, you can try to sue. You will fail. And any lawyer worth of salt, say, save your money, because this is going to cost you a lot of money and it's going nowhere. You're not going to get the motorcycle. You're not going to get the FBI to arrest him. It's funny. Federal charges. Everyone's a Fed, but we're going to get federal. Okay, I'm ranting too long. 24 minutes. Okay, stop. Went down that rabbit hole. But yeah, we're adults here. We're intelligent, mature adults. We pay taxes. We have jobs. Most of us. We fuck off on YouTube. No. Any psyops I've done in the past? Mind games, mind fucking, responses, reactions. Probably going to react to things in the future, but I'm not going looking for it. I'm not going to watch channels just to look for something they screw up on. I'm not going to watch channels just to watch them dunk on other channels. And no, I forgot this part. There is a difference between arousal and sexual arousal. That's why they have sexual before the word arousal. It's sexual arousal. It's a type of arousal. I'm aroused does not mean sexually. But that's a whole different. I don't even know why that's referenced in this silly email. Yeah, because the person calling me out on that now has nothing to do with that. And yeah, it's silly. It's fucking silly, and I'm done with it. And my teammates, they agree that I'm done with it. And if I overstep again and say this channel this or these people on this channel that and blah 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 blah, they're going to call me out it, and I'm going to call them out it. Or at the very least, since we're a four-way ownership of the StreamYard, if I'm up and they start dunking on XYZ because on their channel they said this and they're picking on that channel, blah, blah, blah. If I get that 6th, 7th, or 8th grade sense, I'll either publicly correct them or I'll just leave the stream. Let them continue. Because I just, we're adults. Let's be adults. If you don't want to be adults, hey, go where the non-adults want to go. They're out there. There's plenty of room for you out there on the internet. It doesn't even have to be YouTube. It can be Discord, Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, wherever. There are better things. Eating breakfast, that's a good one. And cute, fluffy bunny rabbits. Which admittedly was clickbait. Okay. That was not a cute, fluffy bunny rabbit. Okay. All right. Yeah.